Welcome, Forest Night out in St. Louis. Very quickly, I'm going to go over the basic differences between Forex, stocks, or the stock market, coins, aka known as Bitcoins, and mutual funds. I'm going to go over those really quick for you so you can get an idea. If you're catching this on Instagram, simply click the link in my bio, and it will take you back to this Facebook Live for a more detailed definition of what's going on. So let's jump into this really quick. Had an absolutely wonderful day today. Had an opportunity to get in and participate in the Millionaire Mentor Group, which is absolutely awesome. Getting to be able to participate in being a coach with that group, which is absolutely cool. Being a coach of the Higdon Group, just working with aspiring network marketers whose goal is to get to $100,000 or more a year. Now I get the opportunity to work with $1 million earners who have big teams who want to help their teams grow and be able to impact that even more. So totally excited for that opportunity. Blessing after blessing after blessings happening this year. So completely grateful for all that. Grateful for the Higdon coaching team. Grateful for network marketing. It's so very cool to be a full-time network marketer. It's very cool to be able to have products and services that provide value to the end user and the end consumer. So very grateful for that. So if you don't know me, my name is Forrest Knight. Just basically told you what I do. I'm a social media marketing strategist and coach for the Higdon Coaching Group. I'm a full-time network marketer on a mission to have no more empty refrigerators, make an extreme impact, and be a legacy creator. And I hope you are too. So check this out. So let's jump into this really quick. Let's see. I'm going to minimize me. I'm going to put me over here like yo, so I can read these definitions to you very quickly. One of the reasons, and I wanted to share this with you because some people they just don't know. They don't know the difference from one to the next to the other. So it's very important that you understand each one operates differently. One of the things that I'm really looking forward to, especially now that I have more time as a full-time network marketer, is being able to learn how to trade in Forex, because it's something that I can do as a standalone completely deal. As I can take my money and I can invest it in foreign exchange. Foreign exchange market is a $6 trillion market. It's bigger than all the other markets combined together. Stocks, Bitcoin, I think stocks is like, don't quote me on 60 billion. And I want to say Bitcoin or the coin market somewhere around 20 billion. This is 6 trillion. The foreign exchange market is 6 trillion. So what is Forex, aka foreign exchange? And oh, by the way, if you want, here, let me do this really quick. Right there. So speaking of foreign exchange, if you'd like to participate, I can get you access to three free complimentary classes that you can go in, that you can check out. They're a little bit of time in there. One of them, I think the shortest one's like 45 minutes, the other two about an hour. And you can go in and learn from some actual Forex educators that actually participate and earn a really nice income in the foreign exchange market. If you'd like access to those 3 free classes, the link is floating right across here. I also think I clicked to put it in the description. It's going to ask you for your life story to get in there and take a click, and all classes are on the one page. So you can go through the one, get out your notebook, take some classes. Then if it's something that you decide you want to do, let me know, and I can get you an enrollment link to actually get enrolled to the education platform itself, so you can participate. Come and hang out with me, and we can learn how to make some money together. So I'm totally excited about that. So what is foreign exchange? Foreign exchange is the trading of one currency for another. For example, you can swap US dollars for euros. Foreign exchange transactions take place on the foreign exchange market, also known as Forex. One of the things I learned in trading Forex is when I was actually in the military, I would go into the Philippines and I would swap dollars for pesos. And then when I would leave, I would swap pesos for dollars. Hey, Troy, what's going on, man? It's been a while. So I would swap those around, and being able to understand it. Actually, a lot of times I would go in like with $100 into the Philippines. I would buy pesos, and then on the way back, when I trade those pesos in, I'd end up with like $125 or something. So I'd actually leave with more money than I came with based on the exchange rate. Same thing going into Japan. When I would roll into Japan or Hong Kong, I would look at the exchange rate. Sometimes I'd sit on my money and hope the next time I went back, the exchange rate would be the opposite. So I'd roll out with more money than I actually invested into that market. So I've actually physically done it at the bank as well. And this cool thing about foreign exchange is the different markets is being able to plug into those all over the world and do it online and do it instantly. And I don't have to like get on a plane and fly to Japan, or get on a plane and fly to the Philippines, or get on a plane and fly to Hong Kong, although that would be fun. I can't wait to take my mother-in-law and my wife shopping to Singapore. I've never been shopping there. Very cool place to go shopping. I'm just throwing that out there. So the foreign exchange market is the largest, most liquid market in the world, with trillions of dollars changing hands every day. There's no centralized location. Rather, the Forex market is an electronic network of banks, brokers, institutions, and individual traders, mostly trading through brokerages and banks. And the cool thing about the education platform that we use is they teach you how to trade like institutions, right? Which is very, very neat. So it gives an equal playing field for the little guy who doesn't have billions and billions and billions of dollars to trade on the market. So very neat there. So next are stocks. Basically stocks, you see they talk about the stock market. It opens up every morning with the ring of the bell is to share what entitles a holder to a fixed dividend whose payments take priority over that of common stock dividend. So basically stocks, every big major corporation in the world plays in the stock market some type of one way or another. There's the S&P, and there's different stock markets and stock exchanges. If that's something you're into, you can go learn to do that. To be able to trade stocks, you've either got to have a broker that does it for you, or you've got to get licensed to be able to do that. The cool thing about the foreign exchange market is you don't have to have a license. You just have to learn how to trade, right? So there's no licensing required to be able to do that. So in other words, in trading stocks, you've either got to, work through a broker and buy that. And the same thing in foreign exchange, you've got to work through a brokerage, but it's still your money. You can determine what you want to do. You don't have to give to somebody else to play with versus doing that. So you can actually do it on your own, which is pretty neat. Bitcoin, aka known as coins now, everybody's trading coins and buying coins is it's a type of digital currency in which a record of transactions is maintained and new units of currency are generated by the computational solution of mathematical problems, which operates independently of a bank. Still trying to figure out how Bitcoins work and how they make money. So I know there's been a lot of scams going around in the crypto market. So be very, very careful before you go jump on the Bitcoin coin bandwagon that you're jumping into something that's legitimate and not some kind of crazy hyped up imaginary coin that doesn't really exist anywhere. So that's all I'm going to say to that. Again, I'm not an expert in Bitcoin at any level. I'm just saying in anything you do, foreign exchange, stock market, a coin, any of that kind of stuff that you do, make sure you do your homework. It's very, very important that you do that so you don't lose a lot of money. And then mutual funds. Mutual funds have been around for a long time. And basically what a mutual fund is, and I can say this from having a securities license and being licensed in securities, I'm no longer licensed or active, but I can say mutual funds are a very, very cool way to invest in the market. Now, mutual funds is a group of companies that you can invest in, and they have basically like bonds on the low side, and they have really aggressive ones on the top end. There's quite a few mutual fund companies out there. You can Google them. There's a ton of them out there. I always suggest that you get a prospectus from them, which basically it's an outline of how their money works. The cool thing about a mutual fund, investing in mutual funds, is that you can put your money in there and let it grow sort of on autopilot. So you can put in, $100, $200, $300, $1,000 a month into a mutual fund, and you can set your losses in there. And a lot of them will automatically, if they see a fund's getting ready to bomb, they'll automatically take your money and move it to one that's a little bit safer. And the older you get, the more safe you need to be in a mutual fund so you don't lose all your money. When you're young, you can be a little bit more aggressive in a mutual fund and invest in. Basically what I learned, or what I was told in mutual funds, is get mutual funds in places that you shop. So if you spend a lot of money at Walmart and Target and, well, not Kmart anymore, I don't think they're around, but basically wherever you spend your money is where you should invest into mutual funds. Maybe you drive a Chevy or a Ford or something like that, and then they're part of that market. You should do that. So there's lots of mutual funds. Basically, a mutual fund is a type of financial vehicle made up of a pool of money collected from many investors to invest in securities like stocks, bonds, money market instruments, and other assets. Mutual funds are operated by professional money managers who allocate the fund's assets and attempt to produce capital gains, right, or income for the fund's investors. A mutual fund's portfolio is structured and maintained to match the investment objectives stated in the prospectus. So there's different types of mutual fund companies out there, and they all have different types of funds that they go out and they figure out how to make them work together. So very, very cool financial opportunity if that's something that you want to do. So if you got some value, share your takeaway. Do your homework when it comes to investing. Strongly, strongly recommend if you're going to do any kind of financial investing. I know everybody's just jumping on the coin market right now, and just please be very, very careful. Same thing with foreign exchange. Get educated. Go get in front of people that know what the heck they're doing. Take your time to learn how to jump into this market. It's not something you can learn by watching a couple of YouTube videos. You seriously need to get some training from somebody that knows how, whether you come through the educational platform I'm referring to here, or you go find some professional educators that can teach you how to invest in the market. I highly recommend that you do that. I love you. Jesus loves you. There's nothing you can do about that. I'm on a mission to have no more empty refrigerators, make an extreme impact, and be an equity creator. I hope you are too. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.